They have reached a framework for an agreement on trade, which will be taken back now to the respective presidents and for their approval, they hope, after hours and hours of negotiations here in London. First up to speak was China's chief trade negotiator, Li Chenggang. He made a brief statement. He said that the two sides had reached that framework for an agreement on trade. He described it as a consensus on the Geneva meeting of around a month ago, and that now that will be taken back to President Xi. From the U.S. side, it will be taken back to President Trump. He described the communication during the negotiations here in London at Lancaster House as professional, rational, in-depth and candid. And he also said that he hoped that progress achieved here in London over the last 48 hours or so could be conducive for enhancing trust between China and the United States. He also said he hopes that it injects positive energy into world economic developments too. And of course, we have seen how very avidly the markets have been watching these negotiations taking place as well. Now, a little bit later, we heard from U.S. Commerce Secretary Lutnick, who came out and made a similar statement alongside Ambassador Greer. They've been involved in these negotiations. And Secretary Lutnick saying that the framework of this agreement is based actually on the telephone call which took place last Thursday between President Trump and President Xi, that 1.5 to 2 hour long phone call which President Trump described as being very good. And he said that that call had really changed the likely outcome of the relationship between the two countries, so seemingly having a massively significant impact. And of course, then we saw within 4 days those talks, those negotiations arranged right here in London at very short notice. And Secretary Lutnick, confirming that once the presidents have approved the framework, he said, we will seek to implement it as soon as they possibly could. He said they're moving as quickly as they can.